What's going on, everyone? Max here with another video. Today I have a special video for you because if I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, you don't want to smell like everyone else. And if you want an edge and if you want fragrance that really will make you stand out in the crowd, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to wear Ventus, you don't want to wear Dior Sauvage, you don't want to wear Versace Eros, you don't want to be like more of the same. And that is the reason why I take a lot of pride in what I do here with these videos, which is bringing forth some incredible hidden gems that you guys probably haven't heard of. And if this sounds interesting to you, if you want to find your next signature scent or something that's really going to set you apart, guys, I got 5 incredible scents that will do just that. Stick around. Welcome back to another video, Max Forti. If you guys definitely love to make a great first impression, you are at the right place. Today I have 5 amazing fragrances to share with you. These are probably like fragrances you haven't even heard of or never tried, and they're definitely worth your attention, guys. I'm going to start off with one here that is from a designer side of things. It was released last year. Didn't get much talks at all, kind of flew under the radar, and it's going to be HOMME, the Eau de Parfum edition 2021. Kind of hard to find here in the US, starting to populate now at your favorite discounter websites, and I'm going to highly suggest you guys check out fragrancebuy.ca for, hard to find fragrances or discounted fragrances such as this one. You'll be able to find it for a very good price. And the reason why this is at the 5th spot here, I'm going to start off with the designer and move up things, move up the ladder and more interesting fragrances, is that this one here, even though it's a designer, it's very interesting because it combines, kind of like what Dior Sauvage Elixir did, it combines this very modern scent profile, which is sweet, it's very enveloping, very easy to like. It's going to be great for compliments, but it also adds somewhat a fougere old school vibe to this fragrance, which was kind of like what the original JOOP 1989 was, which was this very heavy vanilla, cinnamon, almost syrupy sweet. This one here is going to be sweet, but not syrupy sweet, not as sweet as the original JOOP HOMME, but it has this really nice modern meets classic vibe that I absolutely am in love with. It does have resemblances with Stronger With You, but it is the better scent in my opinion. I do enjoy this one because it has fir balsam, which you don't have the fir balsam. You don't have some of these coniferous, camphorous kind of old school vibe in this fragrance here. You do have it, you don't have it with Stronger With You. So it has a nutty hazelnut facet here. It is sweet. Definitely has some lavender in here. You have tons of cinnamon. But it almost has like a boozy rum facet to it that absolutely makes you stand out in the crowd. I promise you. It is sweet, but not overly sweet. It is compliment inducing, which is if it's something you enjoy, more youthful, more playful, sweet, definitely something you want to check out. Other predominant notes here are going to be the tonka, which adds sweetness to it, cashmerean, which is almost like ambroxan, but not as sharp as ambroxan. It's a little bit more creamier, which I do enjoy and favorite more. You do have moss here, which adds this greenness to the fragrance, and vetiver as well. So a perfect case of classic meets modern that you definitely should check out. Now this next one is a fragrance that the brand itself has never been featured here on the channel. This is the first here, popping the cherry if you will. The brand is called MOLTON Brown, which is a brand from the UK, from England. And the fragrance is Tobacco Absolute. Now this is a 2015 release, not to be confused with their 2019 release, which is Tobacco Absolute Parfum, which is a darker bottle. I haven't really tried, but this one here is a 2015. Love the presentation here. And this to me is a great green tobacco scent. Now if you're sick of the old, tobacco vanille profile, which is that sweet honey, wet tobacco feel, almost gourmand, which is nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy that profile, but you wanted something a little bit more greener, a little bit more aromatic and spicy, but like I said, greener, a green tonality to this tobacco experience. This is definitely one that I would suggest you guys try it because it's going to be a leafy but green and dry tobacco as opposed to a wet, boozy tobacco. So it's all about taste, all about a matter of personal preference. I do love this one. It is resinous, but it is definitely green and very aromatic. There's some vetiver in here at the base, which I love. It's like if you took Dunhill Icon, the original, and added this beautiful tobacco to it. That's exactly what I'm getting here. This is going to be a great scent to wear, daytime, to wear to the office. It's inoffensive, it's crowd pleasing. Another one that's going to give you some really nice compliments and positive attention, which I've gotten a ton with. So far, we're only, halfway through January. I've gotten a lot of compliments with this when I picked this up, late last year. The opening here is very sparkly. You have bergamot, you have resins here, but there's a gorgeous grapefruit. If you love grapefruit in your fragrances, uplifting and bright, this is going to be that particular fragrance, which is one of the fragrances that from the ones I'm sharing it with you is going to be something that I'm going to be very much looking forward to rocking this spring of 2022. Cedarwood, rosewood, of course the tobacco, the leather facet, and vetiver, other notes in here. This stuff here, amazing. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried Molten Brown. What other fragrances from this brand you guys suggest I try? I'd love to read your comments, guys. Please let me know. Now, all fragrances here, guys, are going to be great discoveries of mine that I'm sharing with you to definitely help you, find a great fragrance to rock and definitely set yourself apart from everybody else. You're not a sheeple. You're not smelling and wearing what everyone is wearing. And this particular fragrance, exactly that. If you love the note of vetiver like myself, if you love a green scent, but you wanted something that is uniquely blended, this fragrance is definitely going to do that for you, and it's called Oud Vert Intense from the house of Fragrance de Bois. Now, the reason why I love this one, guys, again, the vetiver note is very prominent here, but it's laced with oud, with some green components. The opening here is almost like a tequila drink. It gives me a vibe of like a mojito type of thing. I don't know if there's mint here, but it's definitely very bright. The citruses up top are great. It's very green. It's got that booziness from the tequila that I'm getting here. I don't even know if tequila is a note on this fragrance, but it has this very nice, mojito vibe that I'm getting here, which is right off the bat great to my nose. Lots of spices here along with the green facet. You have green geranium, you have ginger, you have cardamom, coriander. The ginger here is very predominant. It's almost like this very rooty green ginger that really enveloped along with that, mended together with the cardamom and the coriander, really gives off this great spiciness that's very rich and green to the scent. The oud facet here is not going to be animalistic or hard to wear. It's a very tamed oud that just adds this nice, sophisticated and intriguing facet to the fragrance, along with cedar, musk, and vetiver at the base, which I love. Guys, a great take on vetiver. I'd describe this fragrance as a very woody aromatic scent, which is a, spicy green vetiver. Simply put, guys, Oud Vert Intense, great fragrances for vetiver lovers. Simple as that. Next up, we have a fragrance from 2021, which happens to be my actual scent of the day today. And this particular fragrance, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, will give you an edge, will make you smell incredible. It's from 2001, but it's a modern day classic. I love this fragrance. It's my favorite from this brand, which don't get much talks here, perhaps the price point, but it has a lot of the best ingredients that I love in perfumery. And the fragrance is, of course, 1872 from Clive Christian. I absolutely love this fragrance. It essentially is a fougere of sorts, or a neo-fougere, but I absolutely love this fragrance because it's, again, just like JOOP Homme, but JOOP is going to be more modern. This one here is more classic. So if you're not afraid to wearing old school style fragrance, again, it's going to have a lot of modern components in here, but it's definitely, from all the fragrances represented in this video, the most mature because it has a very predominant lavender here. There's a great note of pepper, tremendous fruits here. Besides the citruses, you definitely have a peach note here that's very nice. And to me, this smells like, Bois de Portugal, but modernized. This is a perfect masculine scent with a feminine touch, if that makes any sense. The reason why I said that is because it's going to have the backbone of the fougere with the lavender, the green nuances, but it adds these really nice floral and fruity nuances that is just absolutely incredible. Think of Bois de Portugal, which is a very old scent, and you added these really nice modern components to lift the composition and make it more modern. That's exactly what I get with 1872, guys. A great modern day fragrance. We're talking as far as fruitiness, pineapple, grapefruit, mandarin orange, peach, and then you have some herbal components here like rosemary, for instance. The lavender is great here, beautifully made. The pepper here, the Sichuan black pepper combination really makes this pop. And the dry down, it just gets better and better because you add other resins here, you add oak moss, you add this green facet to the fragrance along with a very sensual musk, amber, patchouli, and frankincense. Guys, this is fire. Check out 1872. They don't come cheap, guys. And again, if you want to try them before you buy them, you can do that here on the channel. Check out perfume.com. All the fragrances talked about here all year round are definitely available for you to check out perfume.com. Use my code, for 20% off. I'm going to have a link below. You could do little mix and match, 10 picks, and you get like a discovery kit. It's a great way to try fragrances before you buy them, before you cough the big dough. Wear the fragrance on skin, make sure you love it, make sure it agrees with your body chem, then pick up a bottle, guys. check it out. All the fragrances will also be listed below if you guys want to just, you know, pull the trigger and buy the fragrances. I'm telling you, if you have a similar taste to mine, these will make you smell incredible. There's no two ways about it. Last but not least, this fragrance, guys, a masterpiece. I spoke very highly about this company over the last few years, 2019, 2020, a lot. 2021, not so much. I have stopped, you know, my purchases from this particular brand. Now I'm going to start to dive into this brand again. And the brand I'm talking about is JOVOY or JOVOY, which you guys know I love. This is a match made in heaven, guys. We're talking coffee, we're talking spices, tobacco, rum, it's boozy. And the fragrance is PAVILLON ROUGE. Guys, this is absolutely a stunner of a fragrance. I love the stuff. I'm in love with the scent. Oh, it's going to grab you from hello. It's one of those scents that is just captivating, mesmerizing. Just a stellar composition from beginning to end. I mean, the opening here, we're talking spices, we're talking nutmeg, there's sesame seeds in here, which really adds this really different, almost nutty facet to the fragrance, but the sesame seeds are done perfectly well here. And of course, the booziness is definitely here. There's a rum accord, a rum absolute accord, that right from the get-go, like I said, will grab you. If you love boozy scents, this here is boozy to the max, guys. The heart here just makes it even better, guys. We're talking tobacco, we're talking coffee. There's a tea note here, which I think is black tea. Oh, it's just so captivating. I can't stop smelling this. And as you get into the dry down, you have a leather with ebony woods that makes things a little bit darker, along with benzoin and vanilla, which adds just the right amount of sweetness to make this just so incredibly well made and such an interesting scent altogether, guys. If I wasn't wearing 1872, I would definitely spray this on, guys. PAVILLON ROUGE, an exceptional fragrance. I think it was released in 2018, but it took me a while to be able to get a bottle. But I'm telling you right now, all 5 fragrances here are amazing, depending on your taste. If you want to go crazy sweet, you know, a little more youthful, you'd go with JOOP HOMME, which is also a little more affordable. If you want to go all out and you want something that's just going to, you know, be a great signature scent to really set you apart, you go to 1872 by CLIVE Christian. But all fragrances here will definitely set you apart. I'm probably going to rock these fragrances throughout the year. Expect to see all 5 fragrances featured in some way, shape, or form in my top lists this year, because I am in love with all 5 scents and I'm going to be rocking the hell out of these fragrances in 2022. So let me know in the comments what fragrances you guys own and rock that really set you apart from the crowd when you don't want to smell like everyone else. That's what this video is all about. What are you waiting for, guys? Find that next signature scent, that fragrance that really makes you move. Forget about wearing, I say this all the time, I've said this to you guys over the past decade, you know, don't wear what they said you should wear, but wear the fragrance that truly moves you, you know, because fragrance is emotion in motion. When you put the stuff on, it's really an extension of who you are. So how do you want people to perceive you? Do you want people to smell, you know, Dior Sauvage? And it's not that those fragrances smell bad, but I think, you know, when you guys are looking at these videos, you're looking for fragrances to definitely stand out in the crowd. And I think that's exactly what this video is about. And of course, throughout the year, I'm going to be sharing with you guys great discoveries that you guys can discover as well. And at the end of the year, as I do every year, I will share with you the best discoveries of this particular year, 2022. So guys, if you appreciate the content, don't forget to show your support. Leave me a like, subscribe for more. And of course, let me know in the comments what fragrances you guys are wearing in 2022 that are definitely giving you an edge. I'll see you guys right back here with another video very soon.